Hey everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. Back for another review. Just got done with the Makers and the Makers 46 a few minutes ago, but wanted to do this review, kind of catch up a little bit, guys. John B. Stetson, cool bottle. Hope you guys can see this bottle. It's got the old-timey cowboys on horses. And looks like a whiskey you'd find in the Old West. And it's supposed to look that way because John B. Stetson, guy that this whiskey is named for, did not make whiskey in the Old West, but he was the big-time hat maker in the Old West. I've had Stetson hats. My dad's got Stetson hats. Don't mean to put a plug in here, but you know my black gold's resist all. Love them both though. Stetson, Resistol, both great hats. But John B. Stetson, you know, they've been doing it. Stetson's been doing it forever, and they have several products besides hats now, including this whiskey here. And when I saw this at the store, I couldn't believe it. You know, I'd never seen their whiskey before. I knew that even if it was bad, I'd have to try it out because, I've got a lot of respect for, you guys know I love the Old West, or if you don't know, I love the Old West. Sometimes I feel like I was born at the wrong time, guys. I feel like I would have loved it back then. You know, I love, kind of grew up, you know, my dad's a cowboy, grew up around rodeo, and you know, I love the old school 6-shooters, and I go to different Old West towns that are still around today, and I love all that stuff. I love the old saloons, and I love history. So anyway, this one was kind of even before I tried it, it was kind of a sentimental one to me, just because. I respect Stetson, and I love the Old West. And this whiskey kind of signifies all that. So there's a little booklet on this right here. By the way, I bought this whiskey for $12.99 for this bottle. $12.99, you can't beat that, guys. It's it's not much to lose to try out a whiskey. So. It says a guarded recipe yields this fine sipping bourbon distilled from Native American corn, layered with woody flavors and finished with hints of vanilla and caramel. Simply, it is indisputable proof of John B. Stetson's enduring pledge to make things right and the best they can be. Enjoy John B. Stetson bourbon whiskey with your lust for independence, a sense of integrity, and the strength of your convictions. Define who you are. So, kind of a cool little booklet. You know, I like the whiskeys that have the booklets, give you a little either information on the product or little background on the maker's story. So anyway, this is let's see. So it's 42% alcohol by volume, 84 proof. It says. It says bottled by John B. Stetson Spirits LLC, Fairfield, California, which is not too far from here. It says bourbon whiskey. I don't know if this is right or not, guys. This is pretty crazy if it is, but it says half a year old. So we're talking 6 months old for this bourbon. I don't know. I mean, according to this, it says. Aged in select charred oak. Can't even read right now. Aged in select charred oak cask. Make things right and the best they can be. That was a quote from John B. Stetson. And Stetson's been making, by the way, they've been making the hats since 1865. So that was right around the heyday of the Old West, right at the end of the Civil War. Anyway, John B. Stetson whiskey, bourbon whiskey. Let's try it out. Looks like something you'd see in a saloon, guys, which is Good enough for me to try out. All right. So looking at this whiskey, guys, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be surprised if this was half a year old. I mean, this is light colored whiskey. Very light. I mean, we're talking yellow. I mean, looks like tequila almost. And on the nose, I mean, this smells like, it smells good, but it smells almost like a white dog, you know, just straight graininess, corn. You get the rye and malted barley in there, definitely. A lot of grain, though. And maybe a little bit of wood, maybe a touch of vanilla. Let's try this out. And on the palate, I mean, it's good. I like it. I'm shaking my head just because it's like, it's purely grains. I mean, that's what I'm getting. I also meant to mention that this one, it's kind of a cool thing to me. This whiskey here is made with corn, of course, as the first ingredient, wheat, rye, and malted barley. It's got 4 different grains in it, and it's mash bill. And yeah, guys, this is definitely, I mean, that half a year old, I'm definitely not surprised now. I mean, this is it tastes like a young whiskey, but something just like straight out of the still. You know, 80, it's what, 84 proof, but it just tastes like straight still whiskey. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, it just tastes like, it tastes like I made it in my garage, you know? I mean, not necessarily a bad thing, but different, definitely different. Just no age, you know, hardly any age to this. If you like grainy whiskeys, this is your stuff. For what it is, guys, you know, it's a young whiskey, but at a really low price. I'd give this like an 80 out of 100. So pick up a bottle if you can find it, and until next time, cheers.